OFX was popping, man. So today I want to go over Nick Shawn. He's a YouTube guy, trader, makes a lot of money. We trade very, very, very similar, but he manages his trades a lot different, and I think it's kind of genius the way he does it. And I started to implement it recently, and I think it's really, really, really good. So I bid off him a little bit, and I really like the way he trades. And I came up with 90% of the shit that I've done in trading, but this is nothing that I came up with. I never even thought about it. I wish I would have. This is really smart. So the way he does it is breaks retests, right? Selling resistance, buying support, all the shit that I do. But the way he manages his trades is completely different. Man, people keep calling me. But so what he does is he has a stop loss that's really, really big to the point to where it's super unlikely that he will get stopped out. But he has a very reasonable TP with a 1-to-1 when he continues with the trend. He looks at the overall trend and goes with momentum and trades off of that. Now, what he does is once price gets 20 to 30% of his stop loss, he says that he starts to close it out pretty early. I've been waiting about 50% because his stop losses are a lot bigger. Like I'm talking huge. Mine are a lot closer, so I close it usually about 50%, not 20 to 30. But having such a big stop loss allows you to pay attention to price action. So you're able to close it and see, or you're able to watch and see if it's going to keep continuing down, or if you should let it run back to break even, or you should let it go up, whatever you want to do. But having such a big stop loss, like you explained it, allows you to pay attention to price action. So you can decide to close it early. So instead of losing 100% of your stop loss, you lose 30, 40, 50, 60%. So it makes a difference in the long run when you do have the winners run all the way. The other thing he does is once price starts going up in a profit, he'll just add trades. He'll notice that his win, the trade that he thought was going to win, is starting to move and starting to have momentum. So he'll add a position and he will take it to the same TP and he'll just make a stop loss just a little bit smaller than this one because it's already starting to move. And then once that starts to move in a profit, he will put the first trade to break even and then he'll add a third position, take it to the same TP, have a smaller stop loss, and once this one starts to move into profit, he'll move this to break even and then continue with that one. It'll just keep going up and up. So instead of risking a whole bunch at one time, he's only risking a little bit, but we'll just make sure that just in case price just tanks, he won't lose all three at once. He'll only lose the one that still has a stop loss. It's not a break even. So I think it's kind of genius. I mean, I've done it. I started doing it last week, and my wins are 3 times bigger than my losses, while my losses are 60 to 70% of the normal stop losses that I would have because I used to always just let it run there. I'm stacking on trades, and my wins are 2, 3 times bigger, and it makes a lot of sense. So I found this great example. Price going down, whatever. We have a break and retest. So the first trade is going to be a sell limit. We're going to target whatever is viable down here. Target that. We're going to have a safe stop loss just in case price decides to tap this or keep going up or whatever it is. We are going to have a stop loss that's big enough to where if it keeps going up, it's not just going to wick us out on some stupid shit. But if it keeps continuing to go up, we can close it before it hits the full stop loss, right? Now, once it gets in there is where we pay attention. And I haven't decided yet if I want to use the 4 hour or the 1 hour for this. The 1 hour obviously is going to give you better risk rewards. But I don't know what I want to do yet. And then we have that first entry. And then once price starts to go down, you just start to stack trades. So, okay, price will have that nice reaction off of the zone. Okay. So now we're probably going to target the same thing. Might be able to have a 1-to-1, something like that with the second one. And we just pay attention as price continues to go. And then, okay, well, we got another strong push, right? Now we have this little breaker retest we can have. So we can add another position. And then we can target a 1-to-1. The same TP, same everything. And the price continues to go. And once these other ones go in the profit, then we can move stop losses in the profit. So that stop loss could be right there. You can't even see it. Stop loss right there. And then this third one's starting to move into profit. Now we can have our stop loss right here, right? And it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. Okay, now we have another breaker retest opportunity. All right, now we can do this same thing, stop loss like that. The third one could be in profit because it's so far now. And that got hit, and so on and so forth. And so instead of just having a one-to-one trade run, you got four one-to-ones. So now you could have made whatever percentage that you're risking, you could have made that back. But if none of these happened and the price just kept continuing higher, we would have just closed it at 50% of the stop loss and lost whatever. If you're risking 10%, you would have lost 5. But every single one of these, you just kept adding more positions because you saw the winner starting to win and the momentum starting to go. So you just add on to that and profit and maximize the potential profit on this one move. Whereas the opposite side, you would have just closed it at 50%. So if you're risking, let's say 1%, you would have made 4. But the loser, you would have lost 0.5% or 0.6, 0.7%, wherever you would have closed it in the thing. So your win is 4 times potentially bigger than the loss. And all you're doing is just continuing with the momentum that the original trade you had is having. And I did not come up with that. This man right here, this bald guy right here, came up with it. I'm watching his videos for a long time. We've always traded really, really similar. But the way he manages his trade is amazing, man. I think it's really genius. So I just wanted to share that, man. OFX out.